I'm Forrest Saunders, standing in front of the federal courthouse here in Tallahassee, Florida, where an FWC biologist says she was wrongfully terminated. That's after reposting content about the Charlie Kirk assassination. And now a federal judge is trying to determine whether or not that's true.
It was all inside Tallahassee's federal courthouse Monday, attorneys arguing the case of Brown v. Young, a lawsuit filed by the ACLU of Florida on behalf of former Florida fish and wildlife biologist Brittany Brown. Brown was fired in September after reposting a satirical Instagram comment that read, quote, "The whales are deeply saddened to learn the shooting of Charlie Kirk. Haha, just kidding. They care exactly as much as Charlie Kirk cared about children being shot in their classrooms, which is to say, not at all." The post was later flagged by far-right account Libs of TikTok, prompting the FWC to quickly terminate Brown, saying in its own statement, quote, "We have a zero-tolerance policy toward the promotion of violence and hate."
It is an unprecedented response. I have no explanation for it.
Attorneys in the ACLU called Brown's firing unconstitutional, arguing it was retaliation for protected speech. Their lawsuit seeks a preliminary injunction to reinstate Brown to her job and could set a precedent for how courts treat public employees' online posts.
From our perspective, and with the proofs that we have, they suffered no harm or inconvenience. You know, we live in a world where things go viral over the internet. People hit the like button or the dislike button. That's what happened here. So a couple hundred people maybe followed Libs of TikTok's lead, complained about it, and in America, that's not supposed to lead to a government firing.
Hey, sir, any comment or anything on the case?
No comment.
Attorneys for the state have declined comment after the hearing, but argued in court that Brown's post violated internal policy, creating disruption for the agency. U.S. District Judge Mark Walker did not rule from the bench, but said he'd try to issue a decision, quote, as quickly as possible.
No one's saying the government's going to put you in jail for doing that, but I do think it's a problem.
The case comes amid a broader debate across the nation and state. Conservative politicians, including the governor, have supported the removal of teachers, nurses, and other public employees who celebrated or lampooned Kirk's killing. Florida Attorney General James Uthmire went further, creating an online portal for anonymous submission of, quote, screenshots, videos, and other evidence of threats of violent extremism.
We're not going to be the cancel culture that we've seen for so long from the left. We're not going to believe in silencing individuals. But there's a big difference when it comes to a threat of violence.
For now, Brittany Brown remains unemployed, but her attorney says the case could define how far the state can go in policing the personal speech of its workers.
Now, outside of the preliminary injunction, Walker says that he wants to move fast on the broader legal dispute, the actual trial, saying that he'd prefer doing it in months, not years. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.